You are watching Access LaPorte County, Channel 97. Coming up next is the September 11th, 2024 meeting of the Long Beach Board of Zoning Appeals. You can find more information for this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
Welcome to the regular meeting of the Town of Long Beach Advisory Board of Zoning Appeals, September 11th, 2024. With that, I could be provided a roll call.
Vice Chairman John Mangle.
Present.
Bob LeMay.
Here.
Charlie Goodall.
Here.
Attorney Chris Willoughby.
Present.
And Clerk Treasurer Meg Collins, I am present. And Bob LeMay will represent the Building Commission. That concludes roll.
I really can't control this.
Are we watching a movie or what's going on?
I have no idea.
You're looking for something more entertaining?
Well, at least not here. That camera's taking pictures of the screen.
So does that thing need to be read? Oh, there we go.
Okay, I'm not sure why or what.
Good enough. Okay, so at this juncture, let's stand and recite the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands one nation indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, moving right along here, do we have a motion to approve the minutes of last month?
So. I motion. I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Old business? Nothing. New business? Nothing. Preliminary hearings? Nothing. So here we zoom right along the public hearings for House on Monrovia. And the hearing is seeking variance for a porch that's being added to the front of the house, and they're seeking relief from sections 154, 106, 154, 130, 154, 131, and 154, 052. The town ordinances. So with that, I guess at this point we see if there's any public.
So John, I'll just confirm that all requirements to hold a public hearing have been met.
Okay.
So.
Thank you, Matt.
Yeah, and then the appropriate would just be to open a public hearing and allow the petitioner to present his petition and any support.
At this point, we'll open the public hearing and hear from the petitioner. Good evening. Hello.
Please.
Excuse me.
It's supposed to have that whole. You got it.
You got it. You got it. Lights on.
Again, good evening. Bill Butcher, 1902 Monrovia. I've been in front of the board for the to get to the full meeting. I'm looking to put a front porch into my house. I've provided, I think, the last meeting with some very helpful suggestions from some of the board members. I've even added a look at the whole property to show how a porch couldn't be put anywhere but in the front. And lot coverage is fine. The only thing that needs relief is it's just a little bit too close to the street for the building setback. And I think I provided all the information, but if there's any other questions that you guys have, I'd be happy to hear.
Any questions from the board?
Chris, for all of these ordinances, I'm trying to pull the ordinances today, not having any success. Are all of those pertinent to what we need to be considering?
They're all basic to what we've been discussing and some of the analysis that we've even discussed in the building commission.
And they're addressed in here.
They're addressing this petition, seeking relief, believing that as he's proposing that he needs relief from all of them to be able to build that.
And we've got setbacks, 15 feet and 11 feet. And the usual setback is 30 feet, so you're asking for 15 feet from A line and 19 feet from B line, is that correct?
No, I don't believe so. You're talking about, the relief, the only encroachment is the front profile of the porches. Currently, as proposed, the most protruding element of this porch, the steps going up to it, will be 25 feet, 5 inches from the edge of the street. And I believe it's
porch. That has.
the porch will be 29 feet, 5 inches from the street.
So really, so you're asking for a half a foot, 6 inches for the porch. And how much for the steps?
25 feet, 5 inches is the, is the,
4 feet, 4.5.
yeah, 4.
Yeah, so really, the way when we write this up, it needs to be written that they're given 6 inch variance on the porch and a 4 foot 6 inches variance on the steps. 4 foot, 4 feet 6 inches for steps. For the steps, yeah. And then I think, we discussed last time why you needed this variance. And I think we talked about it, mother-in-law.
Yeah. Anyone, first of all, I just want to be clear, the plan is not to be ADA accessible. There will be no ramps, there will be no lifts. But as it stands, the current porch is so small, the door sweeps everything off. Anyone with mobility issues has to step down, open the door and walk up.
Yeah.
This would allow anyone with more limited mobility issues, someone with a walker, someone with a wheelchair, to be far more easily be able to, one person could open the door and they could.
Even without any, debilitation, that's such a hazardous,
Yeah. Yeah, every time, you know, I had arm surgery just about 6 months ago, and when you're carrying a bag of groceries in one hand, but you have to open the door and step off with the other, it's a bit of a chore.
Chris, how does non-conforming leases and structures? This non-conforming doesn't setbacks for me.
And expanding them, yeah, I believe. That was the basis of those, and there was the anomaly of being allowed to build in that setback, which technically wouldn't allow a porch to be built in the setback the way that it's written.
So you really all, pretty much always come down.
They're all related to that, and they're not conformance in the existing already. What's there's already an encroachment by definition the way the house was built.
I'm guessing the rear ones probably would be on.
We don't care about, we're talking about.
Front, I don't think anything in the front is non-conforming. The current measurement of house to the street, is 37 feet, 5 inches from the profile of the house. The stoop adds 4 feet from that. So I believe just as far as that, I'm conforming. I thought you meant conforming in a global sense. I believe my edges of my back may be too close to the neighbor behind me, I'm sure.
And then do we have lot coverage?
Yeah, 35, my engineer calculated, I believe it, 32, it's in the original petition, 32.56% with the improvement.
I don't have any other questions.
Have you considered any other alternatives?
I don't think that, unfortunately, there are. My wife would say we should have considered expanding the house. That was her dream, but I knew that was going to be something that I didn't think should be approved, would be approved. But there is no other way to put any sort of porch to enjoy. The front of Monrovia is a pretty well-traveled street, people walking to the beach. And it's a fun way to see people. We put a little free library up in front of it. We watch kids come and take books and leave books. So that some people like porches. That's what we think.
But you determine based on, for instance, safety for elderly, in-law, family, that your current porch would not allow you to do that. And the only way to expand and
Yes.
the character of that house as it is to build as you're proposed.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've had no objections from any neighbors.
No, I mean, that's got.
I'd like to share a email I received from Steve and I'd like to share an email I received from Steve and Sarah Carr, who reside in 1905 in Mobile, which is I believe directly across the street from the county of the most path. So, into the porch. Dear Charlie, please share with the BDA board that Steve and I are fully supportive of the porch project that the Butchers have planned at 1902 Monrovia. The plan to allow them a much needed outdoor space and look aesthetically pleasing past Steve and Sarah.
Yeah, that the Hearns are to the right of them also said they gave their support. Yeah.
No, you're,
And the folks with the most interesting house around that has kind of a fake garage shielding some sort of a tram that goes up to a very elevated house said that the nicest response that they dropped off in person. And it's frankly been fun getting people to stop and talk. Whether this is accepted or not, this was worth it to try.
so,
It would be appropriate, if there aren't any other questions, to see if there are anybody who wants to speak in favor or against it, or present or on Zoom, and then
So I have any questions who would like to speak for or against the petition?
Get your address. Absolutely. Good evening. My name is Michael Warnick at 1904 Somerset Road.
Mike, what was your last name?
Michael
Michael,
Warnick, WERNIK.
thank you.
Christian and I have been living at 1904 Somerset for about 27 years, 13 years now, by myself. And the Butchers have moved into Jimmy and Herb's old house. And we love our neighbors, and the Butchers are an amazing family, and I really like to see them happy and stay in Long Beach as long as they like. They're excellent neighbors, and I just wanted to show my support tonight and in person. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I don't think there's anybody else here. Is there anybody else? Is there anybody on the Zoom call that can speak for or against the petition?
And then I'll jump in if no one is on Zoom, that we received 3 additional letters of support from Thomas Compernoli of 1918 Monrovia, Robert Thomas and Kathleen Nevitt of Oak Park, Illinois, and Pat and Jenny Hogan of 1907 Lakeshore Drive. I did not receive any letters of opposition. So I think you could close the public.
Yeah, so based on the fact that all we've heard is support for the petitioner and nothing against, I think we should move ahead and approve the request for variance of the ordinance.
Yeah, let's close the public meeting, our public hearing portion, and then can entertain your motion.
Okay. The public hearing is closed. We'll have a motion to, move this along.
I move to approve the variances that they've asked for, which would be the 6 inch for the porch and 4 feet 6 inches for the steps.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Congratulations. Thank you very much.
But just to make it clear that we need to, resubmit to the building commission the paperwork from us.
Okay.
Like showing what we're granted and hopefully they won't find it.
And be advised, what is approved is only what's on the screen.
Yeah. And you guys will email the.
There will be findings and decisions that will get signed, and then I will get you a copy, and you can put that with when you apply for your building permit. Okay,
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, this concludes our business for the day. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.